Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I hope I can get through this. My poor little dog is having a sick fit, I think. I hope I don't have to take her to the vet. She's so old. But I digress. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a haul for my independent bookstore tour yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, Saturday, April 24th, I think, April 24th or 25th, 24th, was Independent Bookstore Day. I don't know who sponsors that day. Like, it's Independent Bookstore Day, its own deal, like the banned book people, or did the American Library Association start it? Who knows? I have no idea. But I jumped on that bandwagon so hard yesterday when I saw it come across my feed that's what day it was. So we've got a lot of awesome independent bookstores in the Rochester area. I went to 4 independent bookstores yesterday. I really should have also gone to a 5th one, Liftbridge Books. So honorary shout out to Liftbridge. I've talked about them on this channel before. They're in Brockport, New York. They're awesome. They had free shipping in the area during the beginning phases or middle phases or whatever of social distancing. So I purchased quite a few things from them. Great customer service, great all-around selection. Definitely check them out. So the first place I went to, not surprising to anyone, is Hippocampo Books. Hippocampo Children's Book is the official bookseller for Rochester Teen Book Festival, which you've heard me talk about a million times. Not gonna stop, can't stop, won't stop. And I went there first. They are an independent bookstore, Latinx and woman owned, and I'm so proud to be partnering with them for the book festival. So what I got from them, first of all, Henry, who works there, was showing me that they'd gotten a store copy of the ARC for Zoraida Cordoba's newest book, Inheritance of Orquídea Divina, I assume. And I was like, oh, are you going to read that? And he's like, yeah, I'll probably give it to Pamela, the owner, first to read it. I'm like, okay, well, once you guys finish it, I'd love a turn. And he's like, well, why don't you just take it first and bring it back when you're done? And I'm like, okay. So I'm excited to read this. Ms. Cordoba is not a TBF author, which is what I'm trying to focus on right now, but I might actually read this since it's a borrowed copy. I don't want to kind of overstep that. And I might go ahead and read this sometime over this next week so that I can give them their copy back. But look at the cover. It's so beautiful. So Cordoba wrote the Brooklyn Brujas. I think it might be a duology. Or the third one isn't out yet. So I read I think I read both the first and second ones. But anyway, I'm so excited about this. And then, of course, I got a couple of books off of the new TBF shelf there. One is Kirsten White's The Guinevere Deception. I don't know why I can't talk today. I didn't do any warm-ups. Woo! Woo! Okay. Anyway, Kirsten White's The Guinevere Deception. So this is a newer series of hers. I think what she's promoting right now. And Kirsten White wrote one of my favorite series of whatever year I read her. And I wish I could remember which one, because I don't want to say the wrong one. Oh, she wrote The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein also, which I really liked. The And I Darken trilogy. I loved that book, that series. So it's the idea that Vlad the Impaler was a teen girl. Loved it. So anyway, The Guinevere Deception. Looking forward to this. And Love and Other Carnivorous Plants by Florence Gonsalves is the other book that I got from Hippocampo yesterday. It's all fun and games until you self-destruct. I'm excited about this. I won't talk too much about each individual book because I got quite a few things yesterday. One of the things I got was the 2020 Independent Bookstore Day bag. They did not distribute them last year because everything was shut down on April 25th last year. So they still had these from last year. So I was excited to get that. I love stuff that is dated. Maybe I will put I Survived Social Distancing on the back with my new Cricut, which is how I made the shirt with my new Cricut, whatever, you know, my Cricut. All right. And then the last thing I got from Hippocampo was this year's Independent Bookstore tote bag. So, yes, if you're counting, that's 672,000 tote bags that I own. Correct. But look at it. It's so cute. And you know what sold it for me? Black Sun being on there. I loved it. First book of 2021. Loved it. Loved it. Love Rebecca Roanhorse, the author. So, yeah. Everything else on here, I don't know that I've ever... Oh, The Only Good Indians is on there. Yeah, well. Anyway, I bought it. Okay, second bookstore I went to is called Comics Etc. So as you might expect, it is a comic book store. I used to have my comic subscriptions through the store, but getting comic books and trades and everything once a month or every 4 to 6 weeks was too much. I was getting too many books kind of at me all at one time, and I wasn't keeping up on it, so I stopped all my sub-services. Two of the books I was getting before is the series Monstrous. So I bought the 2 trade paperbacks that I hope I need. I did not have my list of what I needed to get next time I went in there with me because it was a impulse stop because of the other place that I went to that was right next door. So I'm hoping that these aren't completely repeats because I started the series in singles. So these are the 4th and 5th trade paperback. I tried to get something that might be a little bit too far out compared to the single issues that I have versus something that was definitely going to overlap. So I just can't remember what the last issue was that I bought. So I'm excited for these. I love the artwork. I could not tell you what the story is about. That's the other reason why I don't like reading single issues of comics, because often it takes a little bit of time for me to really understand the story and the world. So this was definitely one very fantastical where every single issue, like once I got to 3 and 4, I had to go back and kind of update myself from the second issue to make sure that I really understood what was happening. And then the other one is Rat Queens. So this is an older series, and I love Tess Fowler and the series in general. I've read some of the singles. I'm not sure if I even have 1 and 2 of this trade, but I wanted to buy a couple of things from the store, and I also really like to support female-led comics. I also got MODOK 2 and 3 for my partner, who is really excited about that title that I don't have anything. I have no idea what that is. Okay. Oh, and then, of course, a pop. So this is from a storyline where Ghost Rider or somebody was supposed to kill Thanos as a baby and instead raised him, and he became a horrible, terrible person. So, or a horribler, terribler person than the Thanos that we know and love. So that was Comics Etc. in Rochester. They have great customer service. I really like them. They're great for people who are book purchasers or comic book purchasers because they're going to read it. I don't think that their books are always in the best condition on the shelves. There's so much stuff in there. Everything's sort of like stacked on top of each other. But they always have what you're looking for or can order it. And they're super nice and helpful. Particularly compared to some other comic book shops that I've shopped at where everybody's kind of a little bit standoffish and slightly douchey. That's never been my experience in comics, etc. So I like them. The third place I went is for a young woman who has started her own sustainability-focused bookstore. And, oh, I should have held that up before this was really cutely wrapped around this, but I took it off. She is called the Secondhand Library, the Secondhand Librarian. So I ordered this online a few weeks ago, and we have been missing each other for me to go and pick it up. Since that time, she's joined a local collaborative called the Luna Collaborative with another woman named Jessie, I believe, whose handle is Bless the Messy. And so when I went to the shop yesterday, because Taylor from the Secondhand Librarian was going to be there, I went to pick up the book I ordered. Sloane Crosley's How Did You Get This Number? It's a collection of essays. Sloane Crosley wrote two other books that I really love. One, a collection of essays, and then another novel, I think. I may be getting her mixed up with someone else, but I don't think I am. Something about how to build a girl or something like that. And then something about cake. And I really liked both of those. So Taylor had this, and I was excited to buy that to support her shop. She also has a YouTube channel and a Instagram, so follow her on all of those platforms. And then Bless the Messy. Oh, also from Secondhand Bookshop, stickers. Support your local bookstore. Do it. Okay, and then from Bless the Messy, I bought a couple of additional stickers. First of all, my kid, I gave a copy of the sticker to and realized that it's misspelled, I think, or I don't know what it is. So I might like message her to make sure that I'm not totally like out of the loop or whatever. But I believe it's supposed to say the future is non-binary, and there is an extra A in binary, which would make it non-binary. But maybe that's something I don't know about. So I'm not going to use it thinking it's a typo if it's actually like an anti-something group. I also got this sticker, Protect Your Magic. So cute. Rainbow sticker. Do no harm, take no shit. And then a little car. Oh, this little kitty sticker. So I was excited to meet Taylor yesterday. Excited to see the Luna Collaborative yesterday in their new space. Congratulations to you guys. They're thinking of starting a book club for teenagers. Whatever. But I told her to definitely keep me in mind if she starts one for adults. Because you know I love a book club. And then the fourth store I went to is called Small World Books. So I've only been to Small World Books one time. It is full of stuff. It is like what you think of as a old dude run bookstore. There's stuff piled on top of each other. There's books on the floor. There's all kind of like knickknacks and stuff that you wish you could just have, but are not for sale. It smells dusty. It's an allergy person's worst nightmare. There's a cat that comes in. So all of that. It's a place to go if you have a lot of time to look around. Not necessarily a place to go if you're looking for something specific. So what I got there to support that shop is The Borrowers by Mary Norton. This was one of my very favorite book series as an older child. So that middle grade age, which is about 8 to 12 years old. And every time we moved someplace or I went to a new library, the first thing I went to check for was whether or not they had the Borrower series. And if they did, I knew it was going to be an okay library. So I got this one, and it's a pretty good copy. It was only $3. Super old. And then the other one I got must have been about $5, and it's a copy of The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. I love this book. It, in real life, is much longer, I think. So this is from the Illustrated Junior Library. So I bought this one as well. Whew. So that was my Saturday yesterday, which should have included more cleaning, really, or any cleaning, I guess. And then the other thing I had to do, which I did because I'm a awesome person, was to finish the book for book club today. And so that was for Boozy's book club, and we read A Woman Is No Man. So I'm excited to have that discussion this afternoon. 3 o'clock my time. All right. If you're still hanging out, thanks so much. And I'll catch you on the next one.